Hey guys, Shadney back with another process video, and today's video I'm actually doing the voiceover at night. So if you hear some background noise, I apologize in advance. The kiddo's still awake and my husband, and the air conditioning's going, so it's all kind of crazy. I did go ahead and kind of pre-plan, pre-layout this layout, and my photo is roughly about 3x4. And then I matted it on white cardstock just to give it a nice thin border. You have seen me do this on all, if not nearly all of my photos. It's just one of the things I like to do. I went ahead and did my journaling on this journaling card. The yellow in this journaling card matches perfectly with the yellow that's in this collection. It's kind of more of a greenish, kind of citron-y kind of color, and it's just perfect. Then I pulled out the Love You to the Moon is a phrase stickers from this pack that is next to me on the right side of the screen, and I just went ahead and adhered that down, and it comes exactly like that with the nice ombre and everything. So once I got the photo and journaling adhered, and the journaling I adhered flat, but the photo, I don't know if you noticed, but I did add foam behind the photo just to pop it up a little bit. And then the rest of this layout is like all embellishment. So once I get all the title adhered down, and it is thickers chipboard, so I am adding my Nuvo wet adhesive for the extra hold, and then gonna adhere that down. I did add, there's a vellum piece that says Stay Curious at the top, and it is from Heidi Swapp, I believe. And I did add just a tiny bit of Nuvo adhesive behind it on the bottom of it, just trying to hide the adhesive because, you know, vellum. I was going to staple it to the journaling card before I adhered it, but I forgot, so I did not do that. But I did set a stamp block on top of it so it would dry flat because it did start to curl a little bit. And then I'm still just adhering these down. I have recently become obsessed with brads. I've been watching a lot of RTS scrapbooking with Janet, and her stuff's amazing. First of all, she's really cool. She's very chatty, which is kind of fun because you get more of an insight into what her actual thought process is in what she uses and what she does and everything. And anyway, sorry. The whole point was I've never really used brads on layouts or bought them or anything, and she has been using them a lot, and I've recently fallen in love with them. So I've been buying as many as I could, and these really cool ones that I'm not added yet, but I'm going to add, are from the My Mind's Eye Blast Off is the collection, is called Blast Off. And then, so here's those brads, and I just pull 3 out. One has a rocket, one looks like Earth, and then the other one says Over the Moon. And I just kind of spread those across the page. And then this rocket also came in that pack, and it has a space for a brad, and it had a different color brad, but I didn't like that. I wanted to add more of that color of yellow because it matched perfectly with the rest of this collection. They're not from the same collection. The background paper is from Chamel's Field Trip. I've been kind of hoarding and saving it for the right thing, and then this was perfect. So I love how that turned out. And I added the brad to the rocket and then used Stampin' Dimensionals to pop the rocket up just to give it a little bit more dimension. And then before I added the rocket, I used a gel pen, and it is the Uniball Signo Broad gel pen. It's the gel pen that Adele from Inky Quill recommends, and I already had like a white jelly roll and I liked it and it was fine. And then I got a really good deal on these on Amazon, a big pack for pretty cheap. So I went ahead and ordered a big pack of them. Sorry, it's kind of late at night. I mean, not super late, but late enough that I'm getting tired. Anyways, I used that to draw a little dashed like trail from the bottom of the page up to the rocket. Then I'm just going to continue adding embellishments. Oh, these little astronaut girls, they are the cutest things in the entire world. They are from an Etsy shop called Pumpkin Paper Company, and she does planner stickers. She designs them. They're so cute. And there's all different ones, and you can get custom ones, and it's amazing. She's got so many cute ones. And these were on like a Halloween pack I got that had a bunch of girls with different Halloween outfits, and the astronauts were perfect because they were astronauts in the photo. So we were super excited about that. These giant star gem stickers, they're not stickers, they're just gems, are Tim Holtz. And I didn't pull the whole pack out. They've been sitting in, I have like loose sprinkles in a little tray, and they've been sitting in that forever. So I finally got them on a page, which was awesome. And then I pulled out these pretty little studio tile alphas just to put the month and the year down here at the bottom. And it's the same yellow that coordinates with everything else, which is really cool. It's like one of my favorite colors, so I was really excited. I have a lot of it just as of recently, and was able to add a lot into this layout and just kind of tie it all together and coordinate it. And then I don't know if you see them very well. I have a really old die cut pack. I mean, it's probably 7 years old. 6 or 7 years. Yeah, maybe 6 years. I have no idea what the brand was, what anything. I had already taken it out of the package a long time ago. And so I just recently found it and went through it, and there's a bunch of these acetate pieces in it. So I just pulled some of those out because they had kind of a similar yellow color. It was a little darker, but the same kind of tone, I guess. I don't know, whatever. It felt right. So we added some of those in, and I tried to add adhesive where you wouldn't really see it very well, like that little camera. I added the adhesive to the geotag behind where the camera was going to overlap it so you wouldn't see it, and then I used a Stampin' Dimensional to adhere the camera. And then same thing at the bottom, I added the Collect Moments Not Things, and I added the adhesive towards the top where it kind of tucked under the photo. And then the smile, I added just a little bit of adhesive where it overlapped the turquoise one, and then I used it's not a tiny attacher, it's the Heidi Swap version of the tiny attacher, I think, or maybe just a plain American Crafts version of the tiny attacher, and I used that to just secure them a little better. For these brads, what I've done is I kind of held them where I wanted them and use a pencil to kind of mark the center of where that is going to be. And then whenever I pull the brads away, I'll know exactly where to go and use just the end of my, what are those called? X-Acto knife. Sorry, my brain blinked. Just use the end of my X-Acto knife to poke a tiny slit and then push those brads through. When I flipped them over, I used washi tape to secure the back and keep them from getting pulled up or snagging anything or anything like that. Then I pulled out, these are Freckled Fawn chipboard pieces, and I just used the stars. I kind of tried to color coordinate them with what area of the paper they're going over, but the rest of the layout's not really color coordinated, so it doesn't really matter. I don't know, I just felt like doing that. I also have these teeny tiny, these are chipboard as well. I don't know, I've never used Freckled Fawn's chipboard before. I mean, they do seem sticky, but I went ahead and just used extra adhesive anyways, just to be safe and secure. I also don't want to be going through my scrapbooks at some point in time and then things start falling apart, so I just left it in there. Then I pulled out these tiny red star stickers. They're just cardstock stickers from Studio Calico. I got them recently, like on really cheap clearance. Maybe over, what is that called? Black Friday. It might have been over Black Friday or around Christmas. And then these guys are from Hobby Lobby, the gemstone section, and they're unicorns, but I just thought those stars would be nice. And they're more silver coated instead of like the clear rhinestone, but they mimic those larger Tim Holtz rhinestones, which is kind of cool. And then I'll also use the navy stars out of the Field Trip enamel shapes. And that's almost it, I think. This page came together really quickly. Oh, I used my Uniball Signo to add some little stars around in each cluster, just kind of sprinkling them about. I didn't want to go through and try to pull out sequins or anything like that, so that just adds a nice little tiny sprinkle, especially because I also didn't use splatter. I didn't really know what color to use, and I didn't want to try to do the tone on tone because I don't have a good red right now, so I just left it with these little tiny white stars with the Signo broad gel pen, and then I'm adding these enamel stars, sorry, in the navy. And then the last thing I do, I think, is pull out my Nuvo drops and add Nuvo drops spread around the page. This was a really fun day that we got to take my niece and my daughter to the Science Museum. They are only 6 months apart, so they are just the best of friends, and they're so super cute together. So it was a really fun day that they got to spend together and do all sorts of fun things and explore the whole Science Museum. And then, yeah, there wasn't really a big story behind it, just a fun day. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry, this was a rather quick video, as of my most recent videos have been kind of longer. So this was kind of nice. Thank you for watching it and sticking it out. And I really appreciate everybody that likes to watch my stuff. I mean, you can pick anyone and you're watching my stuff, so that's really amazing. I really, really appreciate it. If you want to leave me a comment, I mean, like the video if you like the video, but if you want to leave me a comment and let me know, I would love to add to my list of small shops to support, especially like small like Etsy shops and stickers shops and stuff like that. I love Whimsy Fox Crafts and Humble and Create and Scrap and Happy Studio, and then now the Paper Pumpkin Company. So if you know of any other ones, I would love for you to leave me comments and suggestions below. And then if you want to see more videos from me, please hit subscribe. And then that's it. And thank you guys again. Have a wonderful day and happy scrapping. Bye.